Hello and welcome to Free to Play Games. I'm Kisara. So, it's been a minute since I put one of these together. Life got a little busy, as life usually does. So, we're bringing it back, showcasing games once a month um, on the first Saturday of the month. That's the biggest change we had as far as being able to make it so that my schedule can still allow me to do these kind of things and I can still actually do them well, which is the ultimate game of everything. Okay, so let us, with that in mind, get into it. A free-to-play game that is actually kind of incredibly fun. Actually, all of them are incredibly fun, but this one really kind of steps up, and I wanted this to be the first one that I was able to showcase for the year 2024 because it I'm surprised as it is as far as the game kind of came out for what it was able to do, what it was able to accomplish, what kind of gameplay you get. It's really cool. If you were an old school retro game, if you're an old school retro game like Ultimas or the like that's that retro style of. You see it in Crypt and Necromancer, and you see it in Ultima, you see it in AD's games all the time. That is what this is. We are going to be playing MOONRING. So let me go ahead and get that started here, and we will get right into it. There we go. A little bit on the delay of the excuse me, a little bit of a delay on the capture, but here it is. This is MOONRING. Very simple design, as you can see, but there's a lot that goes into it. Alright, so this is not controller supported, so you have to play with mouse and keyboard, so keep that in mind as you start going through it. I want to delete the progress that I have now. I didn't get very far. Alright, so as you can see that you can have a permadeath style game where if you fail, you've got to start over again, you die. Everything's done. Music can be not very loud, right? You can turn it down as necessary. Very, oh my gosh, my nose. Very, very simplistic. You can turn it where the CRT effect is on, and you can see here it clears that up a little bit. You get that nice kind of crisp, more modern feel to it. Or you can turn the CRT effect off, or sorry, flip that. You can turn it off so you can get that crisp and clear effect, or you can turn it on and you get this very nice, our old monitors from back in the day that they used to look like this for all of our video games. You kind of get that kind of throwback feeling for it. Full screen obviously on. I'm going to keep tutorials on so I can read them too. I keep all of these other things on in general, and photosensitivity on if you have to keep that on for anything. I generally don't, but I'm going to keep it on just in case. All right, and with that, we are going to start a brand new game. I am Kisara, so that's what I'm going to call myself. Alright, so movement. You can move by pressing the cursor's WASD keys or holding the left mouse button while pointing to where you want to go. You can wait a turn by pressing the space or by clicking wait. So we have things that we can do here, actions that we can have. So you have enter for sleeping, tab to make the target happen, F for safety, R for ranged, X for exchange, space is what they're talking about here, to wait some time. Quiet, which we'll see in a little bit, and then yell, which we'll see a little bit later, or could see a little bit later, depending on how far we get. No status changes yet. You have all of your information right here in the center of things. So let's go ahead and close this, and we're going to use bumping. You can interact with signs, doors, and other objects by moving into them, colloquially known as bumping. Basically, just run into things. And you should, just like old school things, run into things often. Okay, interaction. You are targeting right now a friendly character. As you can see, the talk button came up here for an action to take place. Um, the enter key does different things depending on the situation. The icon highlighted on the left of the UI shows that the enter will talk to the target. In many cases, clicking the target is the same as pressing enter. So if I were to click on it, we'll talk. So, speaking. You can speak to people by typing words or short phrases. Pressing enter will say whatever the word is shown in the input box. And certain words and phrases are hidden, so experiment. So basically, you can say whatever you want. So what will happen? Note added speaking. So I'm going to target them again. So I can type in anything I wanted, but not everything will get me the response. So maybe your dream will come tonight, and I'm going to type maybe, and you'll see I get silence. And they'll ask again. However, if I were to type the kind of keyword that's quote hidden in it, you get this. You will finally know which god has chosen you. Now, you can see up here that topics discussed show up here, so it keeps track of what you've already looked at. So I can type either of these two things, and it will take me down a track. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. No, I don't want to wait. There we go. Alright, let's hit the enter button. Dream. And you'll see they pop as like other things that have popped up so you can see it, but they're also up here. So I'm going to go finally. You can also tab to finish it for you. You are a little older than most Dreamless. Now, it's not going to let me type right now. I have to press enter to move on. I wonder what Kareem would have made of it. So now I have two words, one on the previous sentence and one on this sentence that I can choose. I'm going to go with Dreamless. Most dream by their 20th year. Apart from the Archon, of course. Archon? The Archon means well, but they're far too old. I'm glad they're looking for another viable candidate. Ah, perhaps you should petition. Alright, we have lots of new words for that one. I'll type petition because it's right here. You are dreamless after all. You never know. You could be the new Archon. Keeper of the balance. Yes. Okay, so now we can type in something new, but we have to go back to words that we've seen and talk about it. So I'm going to use one of these are popping up. God. Which of the 5 will it be? I'm going to type in 5. You know them. Our Lady of the Sanguine Moon, Death's Harlequin, the Lords of Dust, the Great Forest Wolf, and the Blind Angels. The 5, although we, of course, we only follow 1. Let's type 1. Is it follow? Oh, follow 1. It's all one word. The angels, of course. They are just and wise beyond all other gods. Alright, so let's check out angels. The blind angels offer so much wisdom. I wish you could see the world as I do, child. Life is so vibrant. Oh, I didn't even get this part the last time. I'll type in life. I can see it flickering in every living thing. It is so beautiful. Alright, so I talked that whole thing about gods. I did petition. Oh, viable. Oh, right. I keep forgetting I can actually look up here for all my information. I was trying to glean it from down here, and I'm like, oh, no, it's up there. Well, technically, all Archons are dreamless, which we've already discussed. I suppose it allows them neutrality. But can you truly trust anyone godless? Okay, so neutrality. It's important for an Archon to be neutral. But in truth, I prefer if they found angels. At least a little. Okay, I can't remember if having like neutrality and neutral two different words, so I'm going to type in neutral. Yes, okay, so it does give you two different things. Not necessarily, yeah, so you see here, you have neutrality, you have neutral. So don't dismiss like pluralizations or root words. Well, Kareem and I both dreamed of angels, but that has nothing to do with our work here. Okay? We have lots of notes added, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So we did dream work. Without us, people would starve. And Moon upon Thos is a hungry city. Alright, then we have Moon upon Thos. The capital is our best customer. I'm grateful they're so close. It certainly cuts on trader down fees. I keep hitting the enter button. If you hit the enter button, you can come back. So trader fees. Don't misunderstand. I'm grateful that they lug our produce into town. I just wish they were less expensive. Okay, so we have close. You can practically see it. Its lights are over there, glittering to the southwest. And with that, we now have information about Moon upon Thos. We can check our map when we go out again, and we can look to the southwest and find it. Yay, hidden information, all that kind of stuff. So you'll notice it took a second to get to that point. We have a lot of people to get through. So you don't want to miss anything. There's lots of clues that can be gleaned. There's lots of hidden truth that can be found. So it's really cool to kind of like put that much investment into like conversations and hidden things about it. Excuse me. What was the other thing? Well, we had dreams plural. I swear, you just sleep too deeply to recall them. I'm sure you'll dream one of these days. Don't try to force it. Alright, we had others. I would rather not speak of them further. It is unseemly. Let others follow who they must. Okay. Did we already do gods? We did God, but not gods and godless. I said, the 5 are wise, though I do not think that can be said of the Archon. Not anymore. Oh, interesting. Godless. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to suggest... You'll have a dream, and then I won't have to worry so. And you'll notice, like, as you find them, they appear here. As they get turned into here, after you read them, they disappear from down here. So the last one we have to talk about is Kareem. Poor Kareem. Or Karim, however you pronounce it. It's probably Kareem. A kind soul through and through. We must keep the farm neutral. It was important to both of us. Yep. Was? Oh, I'm sure you miss them too. Always be wary of amber. Okay. The mist will drive you mad, and the beasts it hides. Ugh, let us not speak of such terrible things. Well, you said beasts. Few survive seeing them. Poor Kareem. And at that, we've actually exhausted all the conversations with this person. So just to kind of clarify again. So we discussed life. We have all these new notes available to us. All the way through Archon, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 topics of discussion for this one person. So really highly invested in making sure that you conversate, you don't miss NPCs like sometimes I get accused of doing. Secrets, here we go. Sometimes even familiar things such as walls may hide secrets. Look out for anomalies and bump into anything that looks different. So, always keep on the lookout to bump into walls. Alright, we need a tiny key to open that chest. The shelf contains books on mushroom farming, animal husbandry, as well as a log of the farm's finances. Interesting. And then you find a book entitled The Ancient Civilisation 6. One word catches your eye. Era, which means fortress. So we get a dictionary note. The sign reads, Yarofam, here be thine hearth, home, and heart. Alright, noise. The faint dotted square around you is your detection radius. Enemies within this area will be alerted to your presence. Your detection radius will shrink when you are quiet, and it is altered by other factors such as movement, cover, equipment, and noisy actions. So it's really big right now because we're just walking. There's a chicken. I clicked on it to talk to it. It says, "Baka!" Okay. The sign reads, this amber bane lamp is archonic property. Please treat it with proper care. Oop. Okay. Quiet mode. Oh my gosh, excuse me. 1 second. I need to blow my nose. Right after I figure out where all my tissues went. Okay, thank you for being patient. The quiet mode. Use the Q key or click quiet over here on the UI to toggle quiet mode. You will do bonus damage. You'll do bonus damage if you hit an enemy who is sleeping or unaware of you. However, sneaking dims your ward, reducing your sight range, so your actions will take 2 times longer. So it's really handy if you're good at sneaking or you like sneaking. I am a big fan of like assassination styles and sneak styles. So I like it, but it's not a particularly simple thing to use. It's not as simple as just sneak and go. All right. The reason we're there is we can see it's an enemy here, a nice little bug, like we're in Abby's bunker in 76. So we're gonna sneak. All right, cover. While quiet, you can reduce your detection radius further by standing near walls and other cover. Waiting quietly will decrease it even more. So you'll notice as I move, it gets larger, right? If I were to move completely, notice this, while quiet, you can reduce it. It's very close to waking them up. So I can hit the Y button or click wait on the UI directly, which I'm going to do now. That's not what I did. Quiet is Q. I hit Y. It's very tiring this morning already. Already off to a fantastic start. Range combat. You can throw or fire objects with R or clicking the ranged options icon. You will do increased damage if you hit enemies who are unaware of sleeping. Note, at the start of the game, you are a bad shot. You get better as it increases, right? As things are, you're supposed to discover places. The big thing about MOONRING that's so great is it brings back that kind of old retro, like discovery, that retro gameplay. It's not fast. It's not it's not the feeling of immediate satisfaction. It's not quick. You gotta take your time. You gotta explore. You gotta talk. You gotta really get into like the pacing of everything. I personally love those kind of things. I think quick games have a nice gratification, but sometimes they can move too fast, and I like being able to discover things. All right, I'm gonna go. Oh no! Quiet back on. Where was wait? Oh, this one. Wait, and you'll see it decreases my range there. So now I have a range attack with a particular area of it. I can make it very far. I can make it here. I can make it, yep, certain ranges, but it's pretty much there. So I have a target. Shoot it. Done. All right. Now it's awake. It doesn't really know where I am because it's not yet in the square quite, but it's there. I can range again, and now it's coming at me. Now it knows where I am. So you see its health bar is right here. You'll see here all of your damage takes place. I hit the beetle and it woke up. Didn't damage it, just woke it up. And then I hit the beetle with a rock for 8. This beetle has a lot of armor, it seems like. Okay, engagement and poise. You are engaged in close quarters combat. Being hit will initially reduce your poise. Right? Shown by the small shield icon. While engaged, your poise will not regenerate and the shield will display a flashing X. Ensure you enter close battles with plenty of poise. You have to protect this. I personally, well, this is definitely important. This right here, the shield, which recommends your poise, this is what's going to pretty much be the most advantageous to keep in mind. Have this, health will take place better, as well as everything else. Your stats improve drastically when you have better poise. So make sure you keep an eye on this one, then your health, and then everything else that goes along with it. That's my personal feel as far as this game is concerned. Defense. Have a good defense. It makes for better offense kind of thing. Alright, I'm in an indefensible position, but I don't want it chasing me, so we're just going to keep shooting at it. So here, take a look at how much damage it did me. You've been hit. Don't worry, it only affected your poise, my defense, which will recharge once you clear the area of enemies. Note, being hit also stops you from being quiet, so I'm not quiet anymore. Here we go. So, let's see. I had a target. So ranged wakes him up. I hit the beetle for 8 damage. The beetle came back and hit me hard. And then I hit the tab button for target. I hit the beetle with dagger for 29 damage and it dies. All clear, no enemies remain. Go team, go team, go. With that, we got something. So accessing your inventory. You picked up something. You can bring your inventory out at any time by pressing I or by hitting escape, right-clicking and moving the cursor to an inventory tab and pressing enter. So we have I, which brings up our inventory. I don't know what happened. Hold on. For some reason, I clicked on something. I was going to read it, and then I moved my mouse, and I was like, okay. But this is your inventory. Basically, you have all the character sheets that allows you to see everything that you've got going, how much you've placed into your stats. Right now, we have very basic stats. I can only carry so much. I can only have so much stamina. I only have so much health, and so on. I have no stats in general, except for some basic physical range attacks and some minor defense. These get added as you increase your inventory of daggers, daggers of weapons, armor, what you carry to help you out with it, right? So when you hit escape, so when you hit it, that's your inventory by itself. If you hit escape, you can hit inventory right there. Right, you have notes. Navigating your notes. MOONRING will automatically record all quest and all tutorial notes in this screen. So you can change the sorting type with left or right, up or down to scroll through the notes and enter, to cycle through the pages of particularly long notes. So we have all of those stuff that we learned about Amber, Archon, Dreams, Gods, and Moon upon Das. Here's our tutorial. So I'm going to read navigating your inventory real quick. You can use the up and down keys to scroll through your possessions. Left and right will show you items filtered by type. You can equip and unequip items by pressing enter. Note that equipped items are marked with a dash plus dash, right? So just in case we missed it. So to get to this section here, we clicked on just to recap. Notes, and then using the arrow keys left and right, and then up and down on the keyboard to do it. Or you can use the mouse to go up and down. You can't click on it, so make sure you use right and left to be able to get it. There we go, easy peasy. You'll notice here, by the way, as we've been resting, our poise has been regenerating now that we're out of battle. All right. Bump into things. You found a note. The graveyard key It is locked in the chest behind the farmhouse's false wall. Beyond the graves is a cave. I hid a carved stone with it. Find the stone. Find others who recognize its sign, and may the gods be and my beloved ever be forever blind. Your loving guardian, Kareem. Aw, I'm sure we miss Kareem. It's now in our notebook. Accessing your notes. You just made a note. You can bring up your notes at any time by pressing N, right? Or by clicking on the escape key and clicking on the notes tab. So here's our N, right? We also saw it in the notes before. Status effects. You are affected by a status change. We had very slow added to us. You can see it right here. Web makes you sticky. You are vulnerable. Flashing icons in the status area show what you are here. So you can see it right here. Vulnerable. The effect will wear off over time and vanish when the bar behind the icon reaches the bottom. So you'll see it. It's going to decrease over here. When it's gone, we are good to go. See? All right, being vulnerable means that you will no longer dodge any attacks regardless of finesse. So it's important to pay attention to what you're walking through. All right, please give me 1 second. I gotta blow my nose one more time. Okay, winter is kind of rough this year. It's not even like, it's just kind of a general congestion, you know? Key, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Okay, so we are going to, there we go. We're going to go to where that false door was. And we unlocked the key. It crumbles to dust. So we no longer have that key. We have the graveyard key. So we can go to the graveyard, which is behind the house. By the way, we did unlock one thing, right? We had that map. So you'll see this is where we are. It's zoomed in. And then as we like leave the area, we'll start getting more and more details for the location of things. We followed the path. Okay. The sign says North Hawkthan Family Cemetery. This grave reads, Grand Hawkthan at rest at last. This grave reads, Mr. Kibbles, you hated everyone. We loved you regardless. The grave reads, to my beloved Kareem, Amber took you from the world, but not my heart. All right, we unlocked the gravestone, the graveyard door. And then we have here a cave. So at this point now, you're kind of in territory with me that I have actually not played. I did not go into this the first time. I decided to explore around the area first. So you will discover this with me. Dungeon preparation. You have found the entrance to a dungeon. Note that dungeons can be reconfigured by using magical items over their entrance. Press enter if you wish to enter. Warning, this is a dungeon. The doors will lock once you enter. You will have to find a master key to leave. If you die, the dungeon will reconfigure. Are you sure you wish to enter? So at this point, you would have the choice of not entering a dungeon because we have 7 rocks and a dagger. If you are in permadeath mode, obviously, if you die, you die, right? So we're gonna enter. We are now in a checkpoint. Dungeons and map. You have entered a dungeon. Here the map will be vital to keeping track of where you have been. You can press M or use the escape menu at any time to see it. So here is our map. Just like old school, it is grid based, right? It will help you determine what you unlock as you discover more places. So get nothing, discovery, very key. And being aware of your surroundings, that's a big one, right? So for example, I just walked through a bunch of grass, it slowed me down. So I want to be careful. So I'm gonna hit my quiet, I'm gonna sneak. All right, I don't know what that is. So for now I'm gonna avoid it. You notice how the box expanded when I make any noise, so it went really big. Anything that got caught in it would have seen me. Okay. Oh, there's something up ahead. Alright, but this room has nothing, so we can either go right or left. So see here, you have your main walls, your grids. It shows you little details of the map itself. And then we can make a direction. As you discover, you get more opportunities to see things. So grass slows us down. Alright. If I click on myself, I hit wait automatically. It looks like it's bones. It's not like a living bone thing, but I don't want to step on it because I don't want to make noise. Ooh, I got 74 guineas. All right. So that's water. I'm in a position where I can wake up this one and try to take it out. Or maybe not. I don't know. All right, it's awake. Ooh, it hit me with a critical. Oh my god, it hit me hard. I'm gonna target. Okay, we got it. Whew. Alright, so it hit me. The bat woke up, and then it hit me back for 106 damage. My armor blocked 5 of it. It hit me for another 70 damage. My armor blocked 7. I got it finally with 29 damage both times. Alright. I can go back to sneaking. There's something over here. What do you want to do with the pot? Break pot, refill ward. Let's do that one. Your ward flares as the amber stone hits the glowing lumicite. Your ward is filled. Oh, here. Back to my poise. Don't know what that sound was. Best we can do is just be careful. I'm slowed. I don't like being slow. Silent salve. So we have something in our inventory now. Remember, we need to find a master key. I'm gonna go left because I feel like I should. Okay, so that bat is blind. Or it can't see me. Alright, it's awake and it's flapping around. I'm not going to have a lot of advantage, so I'm going to go and wait for now and see if I can get some advantage. Ooh, what's this? I picked up some rock, now I'm holding 5. Remember, bumping into things is good, but it also still makes noise. You gotta be careful when you decide to bump into things to try to find secret passages. Okay, so that bug is awake right now. Alright, we got 2x. It's against the sleeper. It now notices us. It will see us now. We're going to tab right into that. It hit me for 55 damage. We got a critical hit on it. We are good to go. Hit quiet mode on. Beetle dies. Alright, not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Excuse me. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got scraps of ancient metal from this barrel. Okay, so it's asleep. It's questioning. It's not sure. It's awake. Oh, it critical hit us for 116 damage, but we got it. We're good. We're good. Quiet back on. We got scraps of chitin. Let's check our inventory real quick, because we only have so many things that we can actually carry. Okay, I think we're good. There's definitely going to be something to our right here. It's something that's actually moving. Okay. We have the advantage actually right now because it doesn't actually see us. Alright, we attack it. Alright, we're not doing too badly. What are these? Nothing. Okay, something big's over there. It's a bat. Creatures and beasts inside dungeons, they also get affected by things like web, right? So you'll notice, like, when it's here, it'll say slowed down and stuff like that. So now it's slower. Oh, it caught us. Crap. All right. All right, we're going to hit it with the dagger. And we got it. Okay. It caught us, but we were still able to come out of this on top. So we're fine. Ooh, some light. That's usually a good sign, right? That just sets thing on fire. Okay, I just set the place on fire. It's fine. It goes away. Okay, I'm gonna have to step on that if I want to actually get past this area. Oh, we got more rocks. Good. There is a big creature over there. And in order to get there, we need... Oh man, come on. Alright, we got a tab, crab. Crap, we're gonna be... Oh no, my poise at 0. Okay, health. Your poise is at 0. Further damage will reduce your health. Health can only be replenished via health potions or sleeping. Once it's 0, you die. And it woke up everything. So we have to kill everything quick. And now we are poisoned. The scarab poisoned me. Of course it did. And we die. Killed by a scarab. Return to last autosave. If I hadn't woken up the... If I hadn't woken up the bucket over there, it would have been better. Alright, let's give it another run. So now we're back at the start of the dungeon. Permadeath, we would start back at the beginning of the game, I believe. Which is a nice challenge. I don't personally like permadeaths, but depending on type of game, it can actually make things interesting. And also make you far more aware of the necessity for caution or decision making and all that kind of stuff. It actually brings a nice aspect to the game that can be done well. And I think a game like Ultima or a game like Moonring, like those old games that kind of permadeath really makes you think, I think those are the best kinds. So this one I can see permadeath actually being fun, albeit very frustrating. Okay. Once I'm just like blowing my nose once again. Okay, so I think we'll try doing the dungeon again. And this time... Oh, everything is awake, I see. Okay, we can walk away from it as long as it doesn't see us. Okay. Okay, it's oh man, it's in a defensible spot. I can do this. I can do this. So its defense is messed up because it's stuck in a web right now. So it's the perfect time to actually try to clear it. Alright, now it came at me. There we go. Got it. Alright, we picked up a Krita Nectar. So you'll notice that the dungeon is actually regenerated. It's different now. Right? So we can't take the same path that we did last time. It's new. So we have to discover things again. And that's the part that I personally find very fun. Discovering is the best part of any journey, right? At least in my opinion it is. Instant gratification has its benefits periodically, but nothing, to me, nothing nearly as long-lasting as potent discovery that a game like this one can get you. Alright, there's something below us. Okay. Everything seems to be awake. Why are they all awake? Let's see. I can go up north again. And discover that direction instead. I could discover that direction again, but there's nothing there. Alright, so let's go to the left then. Oh wait, no, the left had creatures, but we had south. No, we didn't. Okay, so at this moment we have two directions. Both of them are blocked by flying creatures. I'm going to go ahead and pick this way. No? It's going to pick it for me. Alright, status risks. You are becoming affected by a status change. I'm bleeding. Non-flashing items in the status area will show you what the effect will be if the bar icon behind fills to the top. To avoid spirit explosion, make the bar fall. Basically, stop bleeding. Alright. So we're good to go there. I got scraps of fur. I'll sneak back on again. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. It's very loud in here, so I want to be careful. Alright, so there's the other bat over there. So we're actually going to go north. Okay, so it looks like we've unlocked the other room. We can go to the right, which I'm going to do. I got scraps of ancient metal. I got 29 guineas. Remember, we can't leave this dungeon until we find the master key. Alright. There is nothing in the up corner, so we're going to make our way north a little bit more. Nothing in the northern, so we're going to make our way to the west. Nothing to that west, so we're going to keep going this way. I don't hear more than one, so I think we should be okay. Okay, there's a regenerative thing over there, so we should be able to take this one out with an arrow. Ah, it came in our circle. Crap. Alright, we got it. Refill my ward. I got 6 bolts. I'm holding 6 bolts now. Alright, so there's nothing north this way. So I'm gonna keep making our way west. I hear something. Oh! What was that? Oh my god, what is that? You hit... The imp is due critical hit. So it's an imp. He says, I got your key, I got your key. And now I have to kill this imp to get it. Okay, hit imp with dagger. Okay, I'll try ranging at it. Oh, but if it keeps going that way, I'm going to hit the other things. Alright, fine. Okay, how do I catch this? You just teleport. I need to catch it in a web. This is gonna be a slow process. By the way, if you don't see me clicking on it, I actually bump into it and it causes dagger damage. Oh my god. Oh crap. Okay. This first. I forgot all about these bugs that sit here inside this. Now it's going into territory that I haven't unlocked yet. I cleared out this other area just fine. Alright, what if I range attack again? Oh! For Pete's sake. And now range attack it. I don't have any more range attacks, so this is where we're at. Alright, we're getting there. Ah. Alright, I have one ranged. Alright, was against it. Alright, I got the bat with the dagger. I gotta turn sneak mode on because, again, he's going into territory that I've barely cleared. Got it. And the worst part about it, that's not even a master key. I thought I was going after a master key. I found a chest key. It's for that chest up there, so hopefully that chest has what I'm looking for. I got 65 guineas for my trouble and scraps of fur at least, so there's something. Okay. Ah. Make sure you don't bump into these things unless you want to destroy it. The last one that was going to regenerate my last poise. Yeah. And all this for this tiny little chest over here. And we got a pretty silver key. Yay. Sometimes cobwebs stop you from actually getting any movement, too. Alright, so we are going to make our way back south. We've cleared that whole top area. So now we're going to make our way south and to the west. Oi! Okay. So we have the top one or the bottom one, and then we have these two over here on the east side that we can go south through. I know there's a big thing down there. I'm gonna try. to this top one. All right, there's lots of bats that way. It's right there next to me. Okay, but this is a wall. That's fine. Alright, it's vulnerable because it's caught in a web. But apparently it's stronger than I thought it was giving it credit for. It's going to hit my health directly. Ah! Oh my god. I found a large oak key. It cost me a lot. I won't be able to regenerate my health. I have to keep my poise up the entire time. Oh my god. I got 72 guineas. Ah, okay. We unlock this door. There is definitely something in here. So the question is... Excuse me. Do I want to continue forward knowing that there is something in there that can kill me for sure? Or if I should go, I can get the chance of seeing if there's something that will regenerate me down here. I'm in a web. Can't get out of it. I'm trying to go to these little points over here real quick. I can't remember if they were health points or whatnot, if I decided to save them for later. So I'm just going to go explore those real quick. I believe those are not, but I'm going to double check. So that's a bucket. That was fire. Ah, there it is. I don't know if that will redo my health or not, but I want to double check. No, it just refills my ward. Okay. Okay, well, at the very least, my ward is there, so we'll have to deal with 13 health and 200 ward. This is fine. This is totally fine. Wrong way. Okay. Identification. Some objects are too complex for their purpose or usage to be obvious. Such items as these use the Rosetta device before they can be used. So I can't use anything with whatever I got. I got sight salve. Ooh, what's sight salve? Hold on. Maybe that'll help me. Sight salve. A liquidy milk would brew from fermented alder bark. When applied to the eyes, it will cure blindness. Oh. Well, I'm not worried about that. I'm not blind. Just dark. I got ancient scraps of metal. I got 271 guineas. At the very least, I'll come out of this rich if I make it out at all. And that was already empty. I love the game telling me that I'm still low health for so long. It's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm trying to escape. Shop stock reduced. If there's a shop in this dungeon, I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, so far... Oh, we can go south. Just kidding. We can... There's only one way out. If I target it here... Oh, I don't have any ranged? If I'm fortunate, I can just avoid it. Alright, I got it because it's vulnerable. We're good. Sneak back on. Okay. So far, so good. You see what I mean by poise kind of being really important? Like, you can still get through a dungeon just fine with no health as long as you have good poise. I feel like in the last version of this dungeon, everything was asleep. Alright, there's rocks up there. Okay. Alright. We're doing good. Oh, hold that thought. Edge of your seat. 1 second. My apologies. Sometimes life calls. Life likes to call at like the critical moments when you're like, oh, I need a moment. Alright, so it looks like we might actually be able to make it through this dungeon. We'll see. Alright, so we're here. Alright, we made it the only way out of to the west. We have low health. The game is quick to remind us. Alright. If we're not careful, we might accidentally attract both of those creatures at the same time. I'd really like to not do that. Alright, at the very least, we're far enough away where if it did turn my sneak off, it's not going to attract the other one. That's really all I wanted, so just kind of lure it backwards. So, I didn't attract the other creature. So far, so good. Found some rocks. I got some Staria root. Oh, right there. Sweet. I got 39 guineas. I'm going to range attack it here. There we go. Alright, back to sneak. Got 37 guineas. Where am I? I've literally gone everywhere except for where I need to go. Right, as it stands right now, seems like I'm doing okay. Alright. This is just the first dungeon, by the way. This is the dungeon next to the graveyard. We haven't even explored the outside yet. There's something big to my west. Ah, got a critical hit. Good. Got some guineas. Alright, we've explored every portion of this dungeon so far. We've covered all the places. There's only one place to go left. And that is left. The game warns us of our low health again. Just in case we didn't know. Ah, there's another door. Alright. care of that. That we should attack that doggy. Ah, silver wolf. Oh, my poise is broken. Ah! Like the dog was at the door when we opened it. I was like, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I looked at the door, I was like, okay, sweet. And it was right there already. I was like, are you nuts? What unfortunate timing. So we were killed by Silver Wolf. We returned to the last autosave. If we wanted, we can do this dungeon yet again and we'll get a brand new one. However, I do want to showcase other parts of the area. Just to kind of give you an idea of like other parts that I enjoy about this game. Like just look, like you explore. Right, you can unlock portions of the map as you go. I am trying to, yeah, so you see here, so this is where we're at in Yarrow, and then we can see here, because we talked to our housemate there, we found out that Moon upon Thoth, we can literally make our way directly to it to kind of move things forward. Or we can talk to chickens, that's an option too. Or we can, I don't know what this is. So if you're kind of like, what is this? What is the point of stuff like this? So, you know, like for example, I'm clearing out an entire thing of grass. Maybe there's a thing there to have it that I can get. Maybe there's a chest I unlocked doing that. I don't know. But it's kind of like, I mean, if you've played Baldur's Gate or if you've seen Baldur's Gate, you get that kind of, or like the Pillars of Eternity, you kind of get that like luck, unluck kind of scenario, crit rolls and whatnot. Ultimately, that all is implied inside this one. You build your stats and you hope that they work. You know, it's minus the critical rolls. It's pretty much your basic old school discovery, explore, adventure tactics game. Opening the escape menu. Escape and right click to open the escape menu. You can use it to look at your stacks, see a map of your overworld areas you've explored, or even quit the game. Like that. Alright. So now we get to see the overworld. This is a view of Caldera's overworld. You can zoom in to any location by pressing enter or left clicking yourself. Time flows 10 times faster here, so watch your food supplies. If we don't have food, we die. Right? The poise regeneration will slow you down. So here we can literally be like, we can read signs as we go. Status risks. You are becoming affected by a status change. Our status change is we're going mad. Right? Because we're entering Restrum. Non-flashing icons in the status area will show what effect will be if the bar behind it fills up any further. So exposure will make the bar fall. Alright? Amber fog. You have entered the toxic mist known as amber. Amber will slowly drive you mad and harbor many other horrors. A ward filled with amberstone will dispel. Amberbane oil will dispel these evil mists. So if I go inside and I was like, hey, you know what I could use? This thing here. I would love it. Can I target it? I would love. Can I take it with me? I can't. Bumping allies is safe. We could also just try to walk through it and hope for the best, right? But it will slowly drive us mad no matter what. Leaving areas. To leave a zoomed in area, you can simply walk off the edge, or if there are no enemies around, click yourself. So like this. Alright, and now we're no longer in that area of madness. Alright, so you'll see, like, if you enter a location, it'll zoom in, and then once you exit a location, you can just kind of make your way out of it. If I walk around a little bit, the madness will go away. Hunting. Hoofprints on the overworld map shows the position of prey whose pelt or meat is valuable. Alright, still inside Amber. Look on the map where I'm trying to go. We can get hit by enemies on the road. Oops, I didn't want to do it. Leave the area. So for example, if I found something that I was like, ooh, this might look like a herb, I will zoom in and be like, ooh, guess what's here? Instead, I found an area full of bats. Of course I did. I can't leave until they're gone. Area clear. So now that's my hunting. So I've gone hunting, and now I can click myself to leave the area. You can go off the beaten path because sometimes you find stuff that way. So you don't have to walk the path that's given, but you can run into enemies and stuff like that, or you run into beneficial chests or whatever. Just like I did, I bumped into 2 enemies and now I got fur. And now we are here in Moon upon Thos. Towns and friendly fire. Towns are considered safe havens, so the use of weapons is prohibited. However, if you really want to fight, you can use F to turn on friendly fire, which will allow you to be as violent as you wish. So this game appeases to all kinds of people. So with that, I am going to go ahead and call it here and leave the discovery of this game to you. It is free to play. It is wonderful. It is amazing. Everything that you could want if you like adventure, if you like its discovery, if you like pacing, builds, kind of like this is showing case here of a personalized game style that you can have in a retro style game. MOONRING is absolutely for you. So yeah, I'm gonna save my own gaming because I had a pretty decent run here. And enter. Yes. There we go. Okay, so thank you all very much for joining. Like I said, this is going to be pretty much not a routine for it, like a once a month showcasing an extended version of a free-to-play game. I was trying to do it before as like a bi-weekly thing, and then life was just like, you know what, you have lots of other opportunities. Let's go ahead and try to make it so that we are pacing ourselves properly, not overwhelming ourselves. And like after talking to Drake, I was like, yeah, okay, you're right. I should probably just do this like this. So first Saturday of every month is going to be a free-to-play game, showcasing an extended version of it in some way, shape, or form. In this case, apparently it's watching me die twice in the same dungeon. Anyway, if you enjoy the game, you should definitely check it out. It's on Steam, for sure, free to play. Other than that, yeah, enjoy your journey, young adventurers or old adventurers or all adventurers of any kind and any sort, whether you are friendly or friendly fire types. I look forward to seeing what other games that we have to showcase on Steam. Otherwise, in the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, a wonderful rest of your month, and as always, stay safe, everyone.